Morning, everybody. Out on the lake. Starting 2024 tournament season. But it's only March 3rd, so water's still very cold. Fish still don't want to bite. The bites are few and far between. Starting off with the hover rig. Just trying to see if we can find something. Come up and bite. So far, nothing but grass. Lots and lots of grass. I don't really want to hear the hover rig. Had the best luck here on my little bitsy bug jig. Throwing that around. Got one. And I do believe it's a keeper. Yep. That's a keeper. I get to show you guys how to put a fish on the board. Alright, so the first thing I usually do is I either leave the fish in my net or I put them on my fish grips to let them calm down. While I get my board out, I get my camera out. I take my camera out, get it all ready. And I take my board out and get it all ready. And we take Mr. Fish. It's not having a very good time. The other thing I like to do is I like to keep my net right here on the side of me in case the fish decides to jump. He jumps in the net, not back in the water. Oop. Like to get a couple of pictures of the fish and then we release them. Usually what you want to do before you put the fish back in the water is check the pictures on your phone, then release your fish. Got some good pictures of that one. Time to move on. "15-inch bass. Not bad for a start. Well, we came to spot number 2. Spot number 1 only produced that one 15-inch fish and then 3 little dinks. And I don't feel like logging any dinks. So we come to spot number 2. And so far all I've gotten is a monster perch. The thing had a belly on it like you wouldn't believe. Like a nice big 20-inch bass to come up and smack the crap out of this thing. No market fish. It seems like I'm staring at the camera. I'm not. You're just right on the side of my graph. And it gives me a pretty good idea of where to cast next, so I tend to look at it quite a bit. I have noticed that fishing the hover rig's kind of hard to do when you're sitting down. It's a lot easier to do when you're standing up. Ooh, that's a fish. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, monster crappie. What I'm looking for. Bounce around the boat. They stink like ass. I don't know why crappie stink so bad, but they do. Get the hover rig out of here, please. Nice little crappie. It ain't gonna count though. Go tell your cousin to bite. He's catch right now. There's crappie. And I don't know why. That's all we're catching. There's always crappie. Can't find any of the bass. That crappie smacked the crap out of that thing. Oh. And my rod keeps doing some silly stuff. It's coming apart. Tangling itself at the end. I don't know if it's the line I'm using or what, but it's not fun. But I do have a couple of huge marks that keep swimming around underneath me. That's why I've been fishing this area so much. Well, spot number 2 didn't cut the mustard. All we got was crappie and small perch. So we're gonna go and try to go back to spot number 1 actually. I was gonna go to a third spot, but spot number 1 produced that 15, so we're gonna break it down and see if we can't really figure it out. Just catch you guys back over there, I guess. See you in a few. I got another tank. I don't know if it's gonna make the 12-inch minimum though, but it's another bass. It's such pretty colors. Hit like tanks. Oh, close your mouth. Got me excited for a minute there. I can get him to make the cut. But I don't know if he's gonna stay put. His tail is barely on the line. That should keep her number 2 with the 12-inch minimum. Wow. And I said I didn't want to do that today. Hover rig strikes again though, man. Every time I put this thing out there, it gets smashed. I definitely lost a bigger one over here. I'm gonna give this shoreline one more shot before we go. I think the day is only gonna produce 2 keepers. That we landed. I definitely lost a couple of keepers. That's it. That's a wrap for the first day. We got 2 keepers. Whoopie-doo. Better luck next time, I guess. See you guys.